Are you ready for the eclectic one? AKA Pat is here.
What is up, AKA Patters? Look at that drawing table. You know it's been a busy day here when the drawing table looks like this. But cheers to you. Welcome to another episode, another installment of Monday Night Draw and Claw. And tonight, it's going to be Wild Basin, Boozin' Sparkling Water. Now, I learned to really like this brand. They it comes in 3-pack, 3 flavors. They're all good, really good. Wild Basin, the absolute best watermelon in the watermelon seltzer game. Well, we're here. Tonight's drinking vessel is going to be my Sex and Coffee mug. I've been gearing up to sell these through my website, so just be on the lookout for that. And tonight we're working on Trial by Fire, my Indiegogo project that is right now in the process of redrawn, rewritten. Cheers to you. But Trial by Fire is exactly that. It is a trial by fire. It is arduous. It's just tough, but we're working on new pages every single day, coloring, lettering, still working on design elements because TBF, like Uzi Susie here, that we're advertising, it's a branded experience. Cheers. That is one of the better lines too. So real quick, let me plug my Instagram, aka Pad69. Tomorrow night, I'm going to be hopefully wrapping up my war against Same Yang and eating between 3 and 5 packs of these live with my boy Brian for our Bad Eats show. Now, Bad Eats goes back to the origin of my YouTube days. All those episodes are still available on YouTube. You can get them through my profile. Just search AKA Pad. But Bad Eats started it all. Now we're doing, on Tuesday nights at 8 o'clock, we do weekly food discussion hangout. Just fun episodes. 2 guys trying to tell you what's new and what's hot in the snack food game. So we're going to be doing that. And then later tonight, let me just get some of these out here. Later tonight, or maybe tomorrow. I don't know. Maybe not tomorrow. Tonight or later this week, okay? See, I'm going to be doing a full sketchbook update live video that will basically wrap up with 2 of these. I'm going to crack these open. I'm going to decorate them with some stickers and essentially give a lot of insight on the importance of sketchbooks, how I use one sketchbook to go into another sketchbook, the ideas, the methodology, the philosophy, all of those cool, fun, complex things get rolled all into this broadcast. So I'm hoping maybe 11 o'clock tonight we'll do that. Just be on the lookout. Things will be announced on Twitter. They'll be announced on Facebook. They'll be announced on YouTube. But I just wanted to really kind of show off and do some of these flip throughs of exactly where I'm at with many of my sketchbook challenges, why I've slowed down some of them, why some of them have slowed me down. 300 prompts with the gel pens and stuff. So again, a lot of insight into materials, ideas, attempts, intent, all that amazing stuff rolled into one. But that's knowledge for you, because this guy over here, we've made those mistakes. I made those mistakes, but you don't have to make any mistakes if you just listen to me. This one right here, I did post this on my Instagram. The best suggestion I had for this was someone wrote, draw boobies. Draw boobies. Total excellence in the house. Total excellence. I am excited because we're going to be doing, I just feel like drawing all night. Okay. That's the type of day I've had. I had 2 back-to-back strong drawing days. Yeah, that tiny sketchbook. But yeah. So that's I'm thinking of 11 o'clock tonight. I was going to do another live stream where I go through all my sketchbooks, what I'm planning to do with each one, because I like to do the theme sketchbooks for different reasons, exercise reasons, take myself out of my own comfort zone. But this one, my sister, my brother-in-law gave this to me this year for Christmas, and I was going to paint with acrylics, some Pokemon. So I was gonna do like one Pokemon per page until I essentially ran out. I don't know. I thought that was a good idea because it's so small, like and I thought I could do like the ball on, just add some white to the front. Look, we have Dallas hair all over here, so that might be an upcoming video. Speaking of sketchbooks, I just got so much stuff here. Today I have been working on Zach the Neutrino, who is the final of my 1991 Turtles, leading the way. Here we go. Are we ready? Drum roll. Leading the way to the 92 Turtles. Now this is where the line became I don't want to say problematic, but the line definitely lost its mojo. We're at the tail end of the turtle trend. You can see with the packaging. I mean, how do you go from this amazing artwork packaging, like 1-to-1, meaning one character, one package, like one set of artwork, to kind of this rubber stamped, like we can use it for anything type packaging, inventory packaging, as I kind of like to call it. So the line shifts, but in 92, we kind of have the final run of the original ideas, the original characters, the characters that were just trying to, and that's it. Look. So this is essentially it for 92. Like, see, it's not even that many pages, and then we have 93, and 93 really is the end of the line. I mean, we got 3 characters. We have a Mail Away, Chef Boy OD, Super Shredder, and that's it. But like, we're there. I mean, we got Zach the Neutrino right here. Now these are being done with Sharpies, a little bit of white splatter, a little erasing, and limited Crayola marker, because the idea is to really show off the colors, the complementary colors. I'm not worried about coloring the entire figure because I want to use the white as a highlight. So we kind of let the paper do the work for us. Some of their colors, Ground Chuck here, too complicated for me to make a full attempt on. Dirtbag, similar idea. I kind of got lost in the sauce on Dirtbag here. He's supposed to be like drilling with like a jackhammer. Chrome Dome, Anthrax. I mean, we have them all here. Killer Bee, Fugitoid, Casey Jones. We have all the originals: Baxter Stockman, Michelangelo, Donatello. But then, what separates all of my sketchbooks aside from everyone is that I completely designed the sketchbook from cover to cover. I try and include every single page with the theme, and I present the sketchbook as if it was a real printed book. Meaning we're doing a table of contents, we're doing a credits page, we're doing a title page, we're doing all our insert artwork, stuff like that. Okay, and even here with this Turtles, we have title cards for every single year to tag. Wrapping it up though, believe it or not, look, I have Krang Body, and then it's going to be Rat King, because I forgot Rat King from '89. And then it's going to be Mausers, and because I forgot Mausers too. So we're going to run the sketchbook all the way to the end. All that right there. This was another Christmas present. If people buying me a sketchbook is probably the most dangerous thing someone could do, because I go savage when I get into sketchbooks. I get into another mode. We all know what this is. This is our ink tester as we're going along, because we have to test brushes, consistency, ink flow. So here's what we have to work on tonight. We have chapter 2, and we have a chapter 2 cover slash splash page that I have yet to find a use for. This still might just be a promo image. And then we have Pitbull here fighting off some gunfire, because what Pitbull does in the beginning of chapter 2, we can kind of go through some of this. Pitbull gets dropped from one of the trial by fire jets here. He gets dropped, and then he basically ends up in this futuristic cybernetic facility. He encounters this giant robot called Sausage Slice. There's a reason that it's called Sausage Slice, but he encounters Sausage Slice, completely gets blown to pieces. But Pitbull can auto regenerate. He has a healing factor, but the thing that Pitbull can do that no one else can do, no other character, is that he can focus on his individual cells, and he can actually speed up areas of his body to regenerate faster than other areas. So if he needs, for instance, if he needs to like breathe better and he's got to regenerate his lungs, he can focus on that. Okay, and this is even if his mind is severed, his head severed from his body. He's psychically connected to all of his cells. All of this is because of Caesar over here. So Pitbull's in trouble. He's not going to be able to complete the mission. There's exposition and reasons behind that. And then, like, the cool thing is, chapter 2 kind of begins with illustrating and demonstrating some of the newer power sets for the Trial by Fire team that you didn't see in the previous chapter. All of this is available in the initial Indiegogo purchase. Okay, keep that in mind. The initial Indiegogo purchase will feature 2 full chapters of Trial by Fire. So we're working on that, getting that done. But today, I kind of have to do some penciling. So if you don't mind, and I might be penciling some collaboration pieces also, because I don't know, I'm always behind when it comes to the drawing table. So let's just get this power cord here, right here. Plug that bad boy in. We're going to go right here. We got Pitbull running through. Give me one moment here. We got Pitbull here running. Running down. Sorry, I just got a text message. Pitbull's just running down the hallway, and he's going to encounter these soldiers. I always say soldiers. Soldiers. We're going to have some nice 90s basic future lights on the wall. I don't know. I really don't know what these were ever called, but we saw these in a lot of 90s comics. But yeah, this is going to be a very somewhat of a wide open panel anyway. But we're going to take advantage of the long panel. So that's why he's running. That's why things are posed a certain way. Yeah, and that's it. So cheers to all of you. Thanks for joining me. Yeah, Pitbull has a individual. Pitbull is. I always design Pitbull to be the big guy, meaning if Pitbull was to fight Pit, if Pitbull was to fight the Thing, if Pitbull was to fight the Incredible Hulk, if Pitbull was to fight Badrock from Youngblood or Impact from Cyberforce, he just on a writer sense would be very difficult to defeat. You would have to kind of find a way to take him out of the equation. But I really wanted a way to like really just like I needed an opening sequence. Okay, like a little bit of my thought process. I needed a way to show off what Pitbull was capable of, because I think outside of Davidson, he's the most nuanced character when it comes to power sets. Meatball and Anzio, the other two members of the TBF team, well, it's hard to say which one is more or less nuanced. But as of right now, as a creator, I'm so much more into what Davidson can do, and I'm so much into what Pitbull can do. And this sequence here will illustrate how the team is designed to be a team together by Caesar, and they're not just like a bunch of like random people, or even sometimes random characters cobbled together. Okay, they're designed with a mission and with a purpose, and they're stacked. Every other team, I mean, I'm talking about every single other team. Maybe outside Ecstatics, maybe, is not designed with a purpose and not designed with an intent, in or out of the story. So I don't know. Like, I really got into the idea of developing a way to show off some of these characters. So what these pages are replacing, they're replacing the full-on reveal of the villain that happens at the end of chapter 2, because I kind of wanted to get the villain out of the way, and I wanted to build the groundwork of doing more villains, like within the story, like kind of again within reason, within the logic that I'm dictating, as again being like wearing my writer's cap. And I don't know, like I just kind of was like running into that problem where, like, like we don't need to know too much about the villain. Like, like it's going to happen, but at the end of the day, we don't need to know too much about Brutus, and that's the big bad guy. And the funny thing is, though, these characters are kind of, because Caesar is a Reed Richards, he's like the super inventor, not on the level, he's really on the level of Reed Richards, not Tony Stark. I think Tony Stark's inventions should have a cap as of what the capabilities are. Reed Richards should almost be treated a lot like Doctor Strange. Like they're like every universe, every fake reality or whatever can kind of only deal with one Doctor Strange. Like you can't have multiple Doctor Strangers on Earth. He's just too powerful. Same with Professor Xavier. Like this is a part of the almost like the logical leaps that we get when we're storytelling. So, like, what do you do? Like, you can't have all your characters be all powerful. So you gotta think of ways to weaken them, or you just have less all powerful characters, and you're in a position to do more human stories, more complete stories in that fashion. So like it's a push and pull. So my intention for Trial by Fire was always to do some of these like alternate reality sagas, like the kind of handle the multiverse in my own way. But I would kind of have to have the hero, like he kind of has to also be the villain. Like Caesar's part villain in these stories, and it's essentially not giving too much away from the story, but it's almost like the memories of his friends that are helping him like fight off everything. And I say memories because they're fading in and out of these multiple realities and not realizing it. And I think that's the hook. Like that's when I kind of came to that conclusion and kind of, came up with the fake science to explain it. I got excited. I got pumped. So the fate of TBF, it's still there. The bank transfer did go through, so I was able to get the money that people donated and pre-purchased, and I'm kind of happy I had the higher price point because at least it gives me a little bit of a cushion. The money I would throw into it of my own, because it's going to happen. I know I'm going to throw in money, but it's going to be far less than I would if I was just going to do it on my own. Okay. So anyone out there that really went into that pre-sale on Indiegogo really helped, like really, really, really got things going. So the cool thing is that I'm probably going to be able to do 2 print runs of 2 separate books when it comes to TBF, which will be almost like the TBF 2021 and the TBF 97, which will be my original high school like production for it that never saw print, that kind of spawned me to finish it, that or inspired me almost, which was always the intent when it came to Trial by Fire, was to kind of just like hashtag finish the job type stuff. Yeah, so and a lot of the things that separate Pitbull from even the Incredible Hulk is that, like I said, he's got control over his cells almost, so that it gives him this like tactical advantage over any big guy opponent, because they can dismantle him and he can regenerate himself as they're dismantling him. And what we'll see in this sequence is that he's really like out for the count. Like there's no coming back. And guess what? Like he completes the job. So again, trial by fire within TBF. And the whole team too they always have a level of bravado, because again, like this is loosely based on my high school friends. So I have to stay true to that. I have to stay true to that optimism. And that's it, So we got Pitbull running there. Yeah, the OG, or as I'm calling it, the TBF 97. That is, it's kind of funny. I debated including the redrawn pages in the like the Ash Kane, like the mini comic, or the actual, like what I call primary at this point. And because like it's just, I don't know. I mean, I was a teenager, and like the best thing I could think of was to have the team like fight aliens, like fight off an alien invasion, which I do kind of like because it does go back to Watchmen. Like it's such a Watchmen thing. Watchmen's always been with me. Like it's like anyone that reads Watchmen and doesn't really see like what that story does, like just even on a human level, it's really hard to kind of communicate like what is quality comics with that person at that point. And I believe that in movies too. Like there's just like baseline things that we all should be able to agree on. And Watchmen really being everything is, I don't know. Like even now, it's just like I'm trying to think of anything I've read in the last couple of years that inspired me, like how Watchmen did, and still does. So I like the idea that it kind of has this alien invasion. So part of my fix was for that was to kind of make Caesar's idea, like his scheme in the beginning of that book, to be just like Ozymandias had in Watchmen, just to like basically rip off Watchmen, and to kind of also make a commentary on Ozymandias, like on the scheme of Ozzy. So like that was one of those ideas where I'm like, and that like now I have to do it because it's just too like it's too good. It's too good of a riff not to use. So keep in mind, so the full complete time for some pages, really it's almost like 2 hours. Like this is about 2 hours of decent work for me. 2 to 3. Let's see what do we have here. Ugh. Everyone, we have my raccoon coming, looking for some snacks. Poor guy. I got. Okay, so anyway, hey, if you're gonna be interrupted on the live stream, get interrupted by a raccoon looking for treats. Yeah, so like the scheme of Ozzy in Watchmen is, in my opinion, it's a comic book trope that no one has identified yet as a comic book trope, which is hilarious. So when I kind of realized that, the idea of Pitbull's like break-in sequence, like it's that's a trope of '90s comics, and in particular, to put a finer point on it, it's a trope of Rob Liefeld's '90s comics. So me having a way to put a little like stamp on that, again, like my interpretation, like my idea around this like really overused trope that was in every single Image Extreme Studios comic. I just said, like I gotta do it, and it was prevalent in Extreme, but it wasn't only in Extreme. Really all the Image books did it, but I just think Liefeld probably enjoyed it the most, and I think it showed through. The projection tonight is maybe to shoot for a good hour, a good 45 minutes. If you find folks don't mind. I'm sucking down this seltzer though. Motion clip. What's this guy doing? Let's see. What's Ron the raccoon up to? Yeah, like I was kind of considering like even coloring them, the original pages. And Yeah, like really kind of like making a thing out of it. Like so here's the real issue is when it comes to the internal, almost like again, like if you want to argue art direction, creative direction type stuff, keep in mind too, art direction, creative direction are two completely different things. But TBF was kind of always intended to be in color. But the print technology at the time would again being just a kid in New Jersey, like there was no means, like there was no way to do it. So it would have to be black and white. And it would have to be a mini comic because even printing a regular size comic at that time was just too expensive. Like, yeah, we're talking, like the quotas were like the quotes were, like for like a teenager, it was just like a couple $100, like just to kind of get a couple copies. It just never like right, like it just never added up. So it would have to be black and white at that point. It would have to be black and white and mini comic. So if I'm to like finish what the intent of TBF was, like, am I to keep it all in black and white, or do I color everything but the original pages, even the original redraws? Like how far do I take it? And that's a lot of back and forth, I'm still having now. Yeah, and this it kind of shows you like like it. That's why it pays to have, like, when it comes to the Justice, the Zack Snyder Justice League movie. Hey, Warner Brothers has still has a great position because their job was to put out a movie. That's it. Like, we need a movie to put out. We don't care about a shared universe. We don't care about your other movies. Like, we have to put out a movie. And it's good sometimes to have someone else making those decisions for you. Because as just not even an artist, but just as someone grinding out work and being a professional, it yeah, I mean, it helps. So here we go. We got this. We got this sequence looking pretty good here. What is happening? Look at this. Look at this raccoon just hanging out, waiting for snacks. All right, so we're good with this. I'm happy with that. We got the cover. So the other piece I gotta work on is the remnant apostle over here by Grok. I thought we would kind of do some of this. So let's talk about this. Let's talk about this real quick. I like the pose. Got to change the head position. I want to show off more of his left leg here, so I got to center it a little bit better. And then when I do that, since the sword's in coming at you a little bit, it's in perspective. I can cheat that any way I can, any way I feel like to make it fit. Not worried about it. Everything else in here I like when it comes to space. So we're just going to slide it over just a little. And we're going to get to the business. So I'm going to lay this out, and then we might just call it an evening, if that's okay by you. I got a little raccoon buddy to feed. And that's it. Look, I get the digital stuff, but I don't know. I like it to be practical. There is a endless cool factor when you draw your own comic page, and it just comes to reality. Like, I want Apostle here to look slightly like I want him to be looking slightly off frame here. So I can sketch in his. You know what, everyone? Give me 1 second. I'm gonna have to come back real quick. I'm gonna have to deal with this little raccoony. Get him some food. I'll be right back. All right, everyone. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for hanging out. How to go feed the raccoon. So we're back. We're back. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Our sponsor right here, Grok Comics. So, and the funny thing is, I don't have. I mean, I guess I should bring it up. I don't have reference for Apostle. I'm just going from memory. So if we did a search, Grok, here we go. Tribunal Task Force. Tribulation Task Force. I never get that correct. Great guy. So here, Apostle, right there. We're going. It's time. It's time. Apostle went back in time and was drawn by someone from the 90s, right? We need a full 90s treatment for this guy. And here my one big thing too is I understand the colors, but how much cooler would it be is if we just kicked the like the Roman skirt and the made the red into black. So he's black and gold. Oh, that's too cool. Too cool. Maybe I'll just do that anyway. Because when you draw something, you draw it your way. 90s hair. Here we go. Get that one curl, like almost like hitting his eye. So Apollo's design here leaves a lot up to be cheated upon if you don't feel like drawing certain head features. I mean, no brow, no nose, no jawline. Almost too easy. Which now, like when we have designs like this, okay, if the character isn't always looking a certain way, like awesome or lit, it's the fault of the artist. And this is the Dark Knight. This is Wolverine. Uh, Deadpool, Die Hard from Young Blood, Shadowhawk. There's so many characters that just have those elements. And if it's not hitting, if it's not really catching fire as a illustration, it's the fault of the artist. Period. Like say whatever you want. Don't make excuses for not making stuff look #lit. So we haven't had any guests for Monday Night Draw and Claw the last 2 weeks because I was really just coming off of an insane trip with the boys last week, and yeah, I don't know. Like I had to maintain momentum, so I had to like last week's streams were just really me like literally no exaggeration limping along to maintain a little bit of my flow. So no, um, you know, no guess. However, though, I did try and do two of my 30 questions to change your lives. One worked, one didn't. And then this week was just really, I just kind of wanted to focus on getting everything back in order. So, like kind of just start the week off early. I get my second COVID shot tomorrow. Like stuff like that, like I just sometimes there's just too much happening in Peter world. And you gotta do all of this crap too. So does Apostle have like a standard armor? Geez, you really like there's like no anatomy to draw with this guy, like at all. then I got really do like a nice looking hilt for the sword, like like that sort of thing. So that's going to take a little bit of extra time. I'm going to say we're getting there, but it's a little bit hard to tell, isn't it? Like when drawing an armored character is no different than really rendering a transformer. Like it's the same exact like principles apply to making it look real. And here we go. Again, I always treat the hands as blocks first, and then I can just readjust like the knuckling and all of it to sell if they're like gripping something, if there's any type of like receding momentum or like flow when it comes to what they're holding, like a gun, stuff like that, And then we're just going to get like a crazy like shine here, like a crazy reflection. Yeah, because like he still is like a weapon, like like he's a weapon of God. I mean, like I would do something similar if this was like a Egyptian character, like, but it's the like some of these beliefs and like religions, they're so powerful. Like they truly withstood all of the test of time. And I just think whenever you, especially today, like if you're going to illustrate that in a story visually, like it's got to kind of be giant. It's got to seem like it's from another world, like from another time. And I think that's a lot of that too. Is like the appeal of it. But we got something here. So here, like if I killed, we got some good pressure on this leg. Got some good torque. See, torque here, shoulders, hips. If you thought I was not throwing him into a pit of fire, you're wrong, because he's definitely going to be in fire. and all of a sudden, there's no activity with the raccoon. Guess I scared them away. So this, like before I said like 2 hours, so really something this size, something like this is roughly 1 hour. This is roughly like 2 to 3 hours. Full splashes are about 3. Like, it's good to have you have to have your time frames. So we got this going. So let's just turn this off. And I got this other project here. Essentially, this weekend, like this past weekend, I got hired for this other project. I'll be talking more and more about that. There's writer slash publisher for this project, and to not to give too much away, but overall, the project is a Superman archetype. Here we go, everyone. We have a motion clip. What are we doing? Where's our boy? Here we go. Look, there you go. So I'm giving him chocolate Lucky Charms. He's back. Yeah, so it's a Superman archetype. And both of us will be using the entire strength of our social media to kind of push this project. Now some of the art direction and choices I'm making for this, okay? I'm gonna have a conversation with the publisher because we agreed on a price, and it's just I thought things were a little further along, but they're not. And I want this book. I do want this book to get done, but sometimes you're like, okay, like we're nowhere with this. Like you're literally nowhere with this project. And good thing here, like your boy is a one-stop shop when it comes to a lot of this stuff. So logo, trade dress, design, the publishing side, which I'm learning more and more of, just really trying to get some good publishing crap, knowledge wise, out of the way, because I'm taking some licks with TBF and Uzi Susie. I feel like every week I'm getting my ass beat with just revelations and news and like unexpected crap. But the story, though, is a Superman archetype, okay? And it's a deconstruction. It's nothing new. Sorry, but that doesn't mean it's not going to have like new elements and a new take or be a little bit better and different, because it will. One of those reasons why it will, well, your boy here is working on it. So we will be doing something very soon. With that. And if you think I'm taking on too much, well, I don't know. You're just crazy. There's never too much work. There's just too much time you're wasting. Yeah, so a lot of this project will get like kind of like the art direction, I'll say. What gets dictated will be budget, so to do what I know that the book needs, like just even on a advertising, social media sense type stuff, it's best. So, I got to adjust what my plan of action was. Because I was in, feel like it's a part of my job to move the book. So, good thing I have that belief for some people. So, I think we're in nice shape here with this. Again, we're dealing with an archetype we've seen a million times before. Doesn't mean, it won't be the last time, so what does it matter? Cool. All right, everyone. Hey. Thanks for hanging out. We just keep track of all the social media. Got a lot coming. Uzi Susie. We got some great incentives for Uzi Susie. Keep an eye out. Trial by Fire. There'll be a newsletter / announcement coming soon for that. There's just some logistic things I gotta line up before I'm comfortable saying anything. Inch by inch, everyone. Rock and roll. Thanks for hanging out. I love you. Until next week. Next Monday night draw and call will return. Thank you.